Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with some more UCC content. We're back on Showdown, and if you missed out on any of the previous season 13 UCC videos, I highly recommend you go back and check those out because we are now in week number 2. And if you missed out on last week's UCC episode, we failed to pick up one of these. We really did with our Mono Gen 8 team against Mega Lucario, and today we're up against, as you can see above me, the Galarian Mr Mrs Mime, coached by Mr Rob himself, the VGC guy. And Rob's obviously amazing battler, and as you can see above me, he's got Mega Metagross, which I'm absolutely terrified about. He's also got Jolteon, Salamence, my boy Rotom Frost, Decidueye, Umbreon, Nidoqueen, Monferno, Lycanroc Day, Kamala, Tapu Fini, and that Braviary. So he's got quite a scary team, and the first Mon that I thought was right. How do I stop a Mega Metagross with my team? I don't. So we're bringing Galarian Corsola to try and shut it down as much as possible. So we've got our Dead Rock Galarian Corsola with max HP, max defense, bold nature with an Eviolite, so we can tank pretty much any hit from this thing, because I don't think it gets any decent dark type coverage or ghost types coverage physical on the physical side. It might have got knock off, but I don't think it gets it anymore because of like Gen 8, because Gen 7 gave everyone knock off and Gen 8 just took all that away again. So hopefully Galarian Corsola can live a few hits from it. We've also got Shrimp Zap as well, so we can live a hit, Shrimp Zap, get to -1, get up back to full health, and then we can wall it for even longer. We've got Nightshade to get some chip off any Mon on his team, barring that Kamala, but we've got other options for Kamala on the team. And we've got Destiny Bond as well, just in case he's like, oh, okay, we can click Destiny Bond, so we can get free Shrimp Zap off on Corsola if we can get the chance to do that. It also helps against his other physical threats like the Salamence if he runs special physical Salamence, Braviary, Lycanroc, Monferno, Kamala, all these good things. It can wall for days. So hopefully Dead Rock can come in clutch in this game and help us pick up that W against Mr. Roberto. Next up we have Daddy Snom, our Frostmoth, who is again mainly there for the likes of the Metagross, because I'm really terrified of that thing, and the Salamence to be fair as well. So we're rocking Daddy Snom with Focus Sash with Ice Scales, so it takes half damage from all special attacks, which is absolutely insane. So at +1 we can eat up most special attacks up. It's basically, if we get 1 kill downs, we're at +2 basically on special side, which is insane, absolutely insane. So we've got a Focus Sash as well, so we can send it in, get a free Quiver Dance up on it, which would be absolutely amazing. We've got Ice Beam for the likes of the Salamence, the Decidueye. That's about it, really. We've got Bug Buzz for the likes of the Metagross, the Decidueye, the Umbreon, and we've got Giga Drain for the likes of the Tapu Fini. So Daddy Snom is here with Sped Crept to outspeed Salamence Scarf at it's to outspeed, I think, Salamence. Timid max speed Salamence, or Jolly max speed Salamence, whichever way he wants to go with it, physical special. We outspeed it at +1, so we can outspeed it and go for an Ice Beam. And if we bring Scarf Salamence, we could be an issue, but we've got other ways to work around that. If he's Choice Locked, it won't be as scary. If he's got a Dragon Dance set, that could be scary as well. But hopefully Daddy Stomp can come in and set up on the Salamence. So he'll think, oh, I can get a free Dragon Dance up. No, or I outspeed this thing. Let's just go for this. And we go, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We see you. I see you, big dog. I see you, big dog. But yeah, Daddy Storm is here. Hopefully it can help us pick up that W and get us a victory today. Next up, we've got my boy, probably my second favourite Mon on this team. No, that's a lie. My third favourite Mon on this team, because the other two are coming down further down the line. But we've got LinkedIn our Indeedee, rocking that Choice Scarf Psychic Surge. I'm pretty sure we brought Choice Scarf week 1 as well, but because my team's really slow, Choice Scarf LinkedIn is an absolute must bring to most games, because Choice Scarf will make it outspeed the likes of the Nidoqueen if it's max Scarf. I think that's how I expect. I built this team weeks ago. I'm sorry, guys, if I don't remember exactly what I built them for. But Choice Scarf to outspeed, I think, Jolteon, or I think I outspeed his fastest Mon, not Choice Scarf. So that should be clutch, because I don't see him bringing Choice Scarf against me unless he thinks, oh, he's going to Choice Scarf this. But that's going to be obvious, because he knows I'm going to Choice Scarf either this or Dracovish or that's pretty much my best 2 Scarfers. So he's probably going to go, oh, I'm going to outspeed max speed Scarf LinkedIn. Oh, okay, with my Jolteon. Bish bash bosh, done. So we outspeed that. We've got Psychic for the likes of the Nidoqueen, obviously. That's probably why I brought it, to outspeed Scarf Nidoqueen if you did happen to bring it. We've got Shadow Ball for the likes of the Tapu Fini, the Mega Metagross. We've got Dazzling Gleam as well for the likes of the Salamence, and we've got Mystical Fire for the likes of the Decidueye and whatnot, and the Metagross to drop some special attacks off if we can, which would be much appreciated, especially with LinkedIn, especially with Daddy Snom. You can get it to -1 special attack, then go into Daddy Snom, get a free Quiver Dance up, and do the most, because obviously Ice Scales will benefit with the special attack drop. So hopefully LinkedIn can come in clutch today and help us pick up that excruciating W that we have needed, because we've yet to win so far. So anyway, next up we've got Angry Alvin, our Morpeko, making his debut, I do so believe, and Daddy Storm's making his debut as well from our week 1 game. So Angry Alvin is here with Aura Reel, Parting Shot, Psychic Fangs, and Ice Fang, rocking max HP, max attack, max speed, jolly nature. This is our fastest mon on our team. He's here to, like, you know, get an Aura Wheel up, get to +1 speed, outspeed most of his team. Parting Shot as well, so we can parting shot on most of his team, so we can get an Aura Wheel up, and we'll go, oh, we outspeed you now, let's parting shot out, drop your attack and special attack, switch out to something bulky, and do some work with that. So that's what Angry Alvin's main job is going to be today. It's going to be our pivot of the team with parting shot, and Aura Wheel's got Psychic Fans as well for the likes of the Nidoqueen, because obviously Aura Wheel changes from electric to dark, electric to dark, electric to dark every turn with Hunger Switch, which can be quite annoying as well, because if he's got like a dark type, if he's got Mega Metagross out, for example, he can protect on it, he can stall out our dark type turns, so we can hit him with an electric side, and vice versa with like Nidoqueen. He can go, oh, we will protect on your dark type turns, so when you try and hit us with an Aura Wheel, it'll be electric, you can't be able to touch us. So it's got its benefits and its hindrances with Morpeko's Aura Wheel, but that's always good. You know, it's an interesting concept, not gonna lie. It's a very unique spin on a move and a mon, so that's me, very unique. And we've got Ice Fang as well for likes of the Salamence and the Decidueye, if we're in Aura Wheel electric type for the Decidueye, obviously, because it'll be dark and we can be able to hit it for super effective damage and all that kind of good stuff. So we've got to be careful with Monferno as well, because I know it gets Mach Punch, and that can do a lot of damage to us. Bullet Punch as well. Bullet Punch is resisted, is it not? So that should be fine. A Cell Rock, I'm just thinking of any priority really on his team. A Cell Rock gets priority. So yeah, hopefully Morpeko can put in the work, because I love this boy. I love this hamster. It's probably, I want to say it's my favourite electric rodent, but that's not true. I think Pikachu is. Because obviously Gen 1 was Pikachu, Gen 2 was Pichu. I'm going off a tangent here, but I don't care. Gen 3 was Plusle Minor, which air. Pachirisu is world champion. Emolga's kind of air. Gen 6 was the Dene, which was also air. Gen 7, Totodemaru is a good mon, not gonna lie. And Morpeko is just, it goes Pikachu and Morpeko about here. So I've got Pikachu over there, and he's on the wall. So hopefully, Morpeko. I love a Morpeko plush, but hey ho. Moving on, we've got Cadbury's, our Rillaboom, as you can see, rocking the green for Rillaboom. Rocking leftovers with Grassy Surge, with Drum Beating, Darkest Lariat, Bulk Up, and Leech Seed. This boy is meant to be a bulky boy to slow down his team with Drum Beating. Get some Bulk Ups up so we can live hits from the likes of the Braviary, the Metagross, the Lycanroc, and such what. We've got Drum Beating so we can hit some Grass Stab and play that drum, play those bongos with Donkey Kong, and all the drums with the Cadbury's Bear. Boom, 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 boom. As you know, multiple options for that. We've got Darkest Lair as well, so we should be able to hit something for neutral, at least with Dark and Grass. And we've got Leech Seed as well, because with Leftovers and Grassy Surge and Leech Seed, this boy's not dying. This boy is not dying. So he's going to go absorb all your health and just live forever. That's what I'm here for, because his only Grass type is Decidueye, and we can just hit it with Darkest Lariat. So hopefully Cadbury's can put in the work this week and pick up some W's and kick up some kills for us, and be our defensive bulky pivot alongside a Dead Rock as well. So, and Dead Rock under Grassy Surge as well is going to be disgusting. So should be good. Should be good. And also weakens his Earthquakes from the likes of the Metagross, the Nido Queen. I think it reduces Earth Power as well, which is kind of good as well. So that should be interesting. And last but not least, we have brought our boy Malfoy, our Dracovish, rocking the same set as we brought to week 1 against Jared and the Blazing Knights, because it put in so much work. I thought, hey ho, last mon, I didn't know what else to bring, so I thought I'd bring my boy Choice Band, Strong Jaw, Fisher's Red, Ice Fang, Psychic Fangs, and Earthquake, just so, because it put in so much work last week. Why not bring it again? You know, if it works, why change it? So hopefully we can get some late game sweeps with this thing, especially if all these fast mons are gone out the way or low health. We can just go, haha, we can just click this button, click Fisher's Red, and just kill things for days. Press the kill button, press the kill button. So hopefully Malfoy, Cadbury's, Angry Alvin, LinkedIn, Daddy Storm, and Dead Rock can put in the work this week, pick up that W, and pick up our first W of the UCC season number 13. But before we do any of that, we need to hide the poster, click this button, and get into the game. So, Rob has brought Mega Metagross, which obviously I knew he'd bring. Tapu Fini, probably wise to bring as well against my team. Salamence is my boy, my favourite dragon. Not too bad, not too shabby. Nidoqueen, okay. Braviary, put in the work for him week 1 when he Dynamaxed it and got some kills against, was it Tony? I think it might have been Tony. And he's got Kamala as well. So, quite a scary team, not going to lie. So, looking at the team, I thought, right, he's going to either lead with Tapu Fini or Nidoqueen to set up rocks. Tapu Fini just to, like, you know, get that Misty Surge up, because he probably can think I'm going to lead with Dead Rock or some stuff like that. So, I'm predicting him to either lead with Fini or Nidoqueen. So, I think I lead with LinkedIn. I think I lead with LinkedIn, predicting Nidoqueen lead, which I do get right, which is absolutely amazing. And I just realised I've got double terrain on my team with Psychic and Grass, and potentially Electric if my Mega Evolve, if I Dynamax my Morpeko, I can Electric Surge. So this game could potentially have all 4 fields up at once, or throughout the game, which is absolutely wild. But anyway, we're going off track. But I lead with my LinkedIn, thinking to lead with the Nidoqueen, which he does. And I think I just go for the Psychic straight away. So, which I do go for, I do believe, and does solid 38% to Tapu Fini, or Tapu Benny, should I say, which does quite a lot. So, obviously he switched out because he knows that LinkedIn is faster than it, obviously, even without Choice Scarf. So he's thinking, right, okay, I'm not a Choice Scarf set. I'm not a Choice Scarf Nidoqueen. I'm Rock's Nidoqueen. So that knowledge was in my brain. It is now, but in the game, it probably wasn't thinking like that. But so I'll go for the Psychic. Does solid about 40% to Tapu Benny, which is quite not too shabby. That's why LinkedIn's a good mon. So I think I switch out straight out into Rillaboom, predicting like a water type move. So I get the Grassy Surge up as he goes into Metagross. As he goes straight back out into Salamence, get the Intimidate drop off as I go for the Darkest Lariat. Does 15%, and he revealed the Rocky Helmet on his Salamence. So I don't know why he was Rocky Helmet on Salamence. I don't know what mon would benefit on my team for hitting it like that. Probably just Rillaboom, to be honest. This is probably the reason why, because I can't think of any other mon on my team. Maybe more Pico, possibly, for the Rocky Helmet. Because Dracovish will just one-shot it with its physical type moves, so who knows. So he goes out into Kamala at -1. He goes for the onto Comatose. I go into Corsola, predicting him he can't really touch me. He goes for the Toxic, which is very frustrating, because this thing, Toxic, is going to be absolutely disgusting. So he goes for the Wish on his Kamala, and like, okay, Rob's going to play this bulky game. So he goes out into Salamence. I go for the Fisher's Rend. At -1 to resisted, obviously bulky Salamence with Rocky Helmet does 40%. But it doesn't matter because he just gets the Wish back off and goes back up to pretty much full health anyway. So that is quite annoying. I can see Rob being a stally good player in this game. So I go for the Dragon Claw from my Salamence. Does 17% to Galarian Corsola, which is absolutely disgusting. So he goes out into Kamala as I go for the, I believe the Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I put up the rocks just so he can't freely go into his likes Salamence as often. So he goes for the Wish on his Kamala as he goes out into Tapu Fini, sets up the Misty Surge, and I think I go into more Pico, predicting him to go out into this thing or the Braviary with with the with a wish shenanigans. So he goes into Tapu Benny, and I go into Angry Alvin. His wish comes true, and I immediately Hunger Switch straight away. Which, at this point, I was thinking, oh, that's not a good sign, because I thought if I switched it in, it would say electric. But it obviously doesn't. It goes immediately, if I switch it in on a turn, it goes straight to dark. So, now I know this. You're going to have to be really, it's going to be really hard to play around with Morpeko. So I'm now a dark type move, but I just go for the straight up Parting Shot, straight into Rillaboom, because that's what I brought Morpeko for, obviously. So he goes to the Moonblast, I recover like 12%, whatever. So he goes into Salamence, and I think I'll go for the Leech Seed this turn, which I do. So I get all the health back. I'm back up to full health, which is absolutely insane. So I go back in the course knowing that Dragon Claw won't do anything. He goes for the defog on his Salamence, and it's Leech Seeded. So Galarian Courser with option of Leech Seed would absolutely be disgusting. So I'm there, just sitting here, knowing he can't really touch me with his Salamence. He goes for the Roost, as I go for the Nightshade, thinking, oh, Corsola can't touch the Salamence. He's probably going to go for Strength Sap, so I'm going to just click Roost. But I go for the Nightshade, get some chip off it. As he goes to Roost, Leech Seed recovery coming in clutch. So at the moment, he's just going to stall me out with toxic turns. Try to toxic stall me out, but I Strength Sap him this turn just to get a -1 attack. As he goes out to his Kamala, I go out into Frostmoth. As I go straight back into Corsola, predicting him to toxic me, or predicting a return, which obviously Kamala is allowed return because obviously it's not in Gen 8 as of yet. Obviously now with home out, it doesn't really matter because you can just do whatever you want with movesets. It's just, you know, what you're going to do. But obviously, goes into Nina Queen, predicting, I don't know what he's predicting, but I go for the Strength Sap again, just to get some health back up on Dead Rock, get that to -1 attack. He goes for the Taunt, goes for the Nightshade, so, which is a very good play by me, if I do say so myself. Out comes Dracovish as he sets up his own Stealth Rocks. Out comes the Tapu Fini, as I go for the Ice Fang, get a crit, predict him to go out into the Salamence again like he did last time with the Fisher's Rend, but he doesn't. He goes into Tapu Fini this time, and I go for the Ice Fang. I didn't go for the I don't have a Dragon type move, do I? Water, Ice, Psychic, and Ground. So if I was deliberating going for a Psychic type move, not gonna lie, but I thought, well, if he goes out into Salamence, Ice Fang would be the best play. So I just went for that. Does a solid 20-30% to Tapu Fini, which isn't that bad. He goes out into good play by Rob there, predicting right. He's not going to stay, and he's going to switch out and go into Rillaboom probably. So I'm going to go out into my Braviary, which he does do as I go out, as he reads me like a book. But Cadbury's is back up to full health again. I go back out into Corsola, predicting him to Brave Bird or something. But U-turns it back out into Tapu Fini. I'm like, okay, this game's going to go on for a while. It really is. So he goes out into Braviary again. I Strength Sap, and I was thinking, oh no, this is game over, because Rob's going to bring Defiant Bravio, so when I Strength Sap, it's going to get the +1 attack. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But then I realised he wasn't Defiant. He was Sheer Force. And I'm thinking, thank God. If you were Defiant, Mr. Rob, that would have been that clutch play to bring against Strength Sap Galarian Corsola. But now he's watched this, and we play again this season, and I'm really scared he's going to bring it now. So, Rob, if you're watching this, please don't bring it. Please, I beg you. But you turns out, straight into Nina Queen, as I think I go for the Stealth Rocks, get the Stealth Rocks back up again. Predicting the Taunt, I go out into Indeedee. Get my Psychic Surge up on the field. He goes for the Sludge Wave, does 21%, leaves me on a bit of damage. He goes out into Metagross as I go for the Psychic. I didn't want to freely go for the likes of the Shadow Ball because he's got two normal types, predicting them to go switch in. But I went for the safe play Psychic. I stayed in to sack this thing off because literally nothing would be able to switch into this thing. So I go out to Corsola. As he goes for Hone Claws, I go for the Strength Sap. So I think he's just going to keep spamming Hone Claws until things happen. So I go for the Destiny Bond this turn, just so he's going to Home Claws next turn, obviously. So I go for a Strength Sap, if I do so remember. Yeah, so he's back back to +1 attack, +2 accuracy, might I add. He goes for a home claws again, as I go for Nightshade, trying to chip it away. And hopefully, he goes for the Meteor Mash. I don't die. I mean, I do die, which is very annoying, because if I Nightshaded, I would have killed it. But these things happen. These things actually happen. But Mega Bear is now set up, and I'm like, right, this is going to be a bad one. I don't know what I'm going to do right now to win this game, because this Metagross is set up for days. Meteor Mash just blows back Rillaboom, and I'm like, great. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I go into Dracovish, thinking, right, okay, what can I do? He goes for the Stomping Tantrum. I live. Just. And I'm thinking, right, he's brought that because obviously Earthquake will get resisted with Grassy Surge. So he brought Stomping Tantrum. Malfoy lives as I go for a Fish's Rend. It dies. And I'm like, yes. Yes. I should have done that last turn and saved freaking Rillaboom. That's what I should have done. But I didn't. But I didn't do that. I thought, oh, everything's going to die. So I'm going to go into this thing just in case to go for Darkest Lariat. Wasn't thinking. Was not thinking. Wasn't calcing either, because I don't know why I haven't been calcing recently, but I just prefer it to do more natural picks for me. Seem to work out better, but they don't, so who knows. But he goes out into his Braviary. He's probably going to outspeed you, which he does. Kills off, so I sack off Malfoy. As I go out into more Pico, I think I press the Dynamax button here this turn, so I get a big hamster, and I click Psychic Surge, Max Mindstorm, because I knew he'd switch out into the likes of the into this thing, because obviously Electric type moves was incoming right now, so I'm thinking, right, he's going to go out to Nidoqueen because Bravio's weak to it, Tapu Fini's weak to it, Salamence is neutral to it, Kamala's probably not going to take it that well, so I'm thinking, right, I'm going to Max Mindstorm this thing and knock it out. So now I have a big hamster. Out comes Salamence. He gets my attack drop down. He goes out into his Tapu Fini. Predicts me to go for an Ice type move, which I go for Max Hailstorm. Do absolutely nothing to this Tapu Fini, but Hail is now up. And now I go for my Electric type move, Max Lightning. Knocks out the Tapu Benny. Electric Terrain's up, so all four terrains have been up in this game, which is absolutely mad. But now I'm at -1 attack. I'm back to a small hamster. Braviary's come out. U-turns on me. Can't do much about that. Goes out into his Kamala. And now all I've got left is my Frostmoth, which can take 50% from rocks. And I go for a Quiver Dance because I need to go for a Quiver to actually win the game. So I had to go for the Quiver to kill the Salamence, and he was Scarf Braviary because it outsped my Morpeko. So that was a very good bring by Rob there, because if I outsped it, I would have clicked Ice Fang or whatever on it with Morpeko, because I was in hunger switch mode, so I couldn't click my Aura Wheel because it would have been a Dark type move. So I would have clicked Ice Fang. Hopefully it would have died or got it down to low enough health. Hopefully it would have died anyway. Because I think on that turn that Morpeko died, I Parting Shot it out, so Braviary would have been at -1. It would have went out into Frostmoth. He would have U-turned. I possibly could have lived, and then I would have clicked the Ice Beam because I would have died anyway, hopefully. And then Morpeko would have come in. I would have clicked Aura Wheel, got to +1 speed, and then outspeed his entire team and just win with Morpeko, hopefully. So that was the plan, but obviously he was Scarf Bravio, so that couldn't have happened. So unfortunately, we don't pick up a W, and we're now 0-2 so far this season. And I've used one of Morpeko's Dynamaxes, which isn't great because I've only got one of those left on Morpeko. So hopefully we can have to save Morpeko's last Dynamax for a very special day. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this week 2 game of our UCC Season 13 season. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're around here and are not subscribed, because at least 80% of you who are watching my videos aren't subscribed. So you should definitely do subscribe to grow the channel. and show your support on the channel would be absolutely fantastic. Also, leave any comments, that'd be much appreciated. I usually reply to most comments, so if you're down there, I'll reply. Have a chin wag down there. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.